Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 10th. We're going to jump right in here as always, and we are going to see what comes up for you. I'm going to do a Celtic cross, even though it doesn't look like a Celtic cross. It's a Celtic cross, so that's what it's going to be. Then there will be a part 2 to this reading, by the way, Taurus, and that will be linked up down below in the description. There will also be a, whatever you call it, there will be one of those things right here at the end of the video. A card, whatever they call it on YouTube, I don't pay attention. But Taurus, anyway, it's free. It's like an extended, people keep asking, is it free? I'm like, yeah, just click down below. It goes right to YouTube. It's YouTube. So yes, it's like a free extended, right? But here in your current position, you have the 10 of Cups. Really good card. I mean, 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty, good energies, feeling good as well. So I feel like you're coming into this week in kind of a good place. Makes sense to me. I think it could be a very good year for you this year. If you are, again, there is definitely, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you this for the rest of the year. Again, I'm basing this off your astrology. I said it in your 2022 videos as well. If you can be bold, assertive, and really go for what you want, you will be very successful this year. But again, it's going to require you to be bold and assertive. You're going to have to really ask for the things that you want. Nothing is just going to magically come to you, which, I think is true all the time. I always get tons of comments from people who always say, you said X, Y, and Z was going to happen and it didn't. I'm like, yeah, if you sit on your couch all day and do nothing, nothing is going to happen. It's like tarot isn't magic. It just points out opportunities. So again, and that's very, very true for you. You even have the Chariot card here. The Chariot is all about asserting your will, using your willpower, and kind of like making things, quote unquote, making things happen. I don't think we should make things happen, but, I don't think we should force anything, right? But what I would say is there is a need for willpower. And this is more about asserting yourself, I would say. It's like I said, you're not forcing yourself. You're just stepping into an energy that exists. Very powerful stuff for you, Taurus. And it has to do with Uranus and Taurus. Plain and simple, I could probably do this reading in 3 seconds because again, that's what this whole entire reading is about as far as I'm concerned. And I would also say that Uranus and Taurus, it has a very strong emphasis on your own personal freedom. And it's like if you're living other people's lives or if you're not living in the energy that you are, which requires you to be assertive and ask for the things you want in life, then you're not going to be free. And I don't know, there you go. Channeled message. That's what I'm getting off the 10 of Cups. In your crossing energy, this is your challenge right here, is the King of Swords. The real world, cold, hard reality. Basically, I think this is just reality smacking you in the face, Taurus. I feel this is the only thing that is going to prevent you from moving forward. It's very interesting to me that this week in particular, pretty much all the readings for all the signs have been, I always call these Tinkerbell readings, right? Where it's like, if you don't believe in magic, then nothing is going to happen for you. And so Tinkerbell, it's like, if you don't believe in Tinkerbell, she disappears, right? In the movies. And so that's what these readings always remind me of. It's like, if we don't believe that we can create our own reality and all this other stuff, then that's going to be true. If we do believe that we can create our own reality and all that other stuff, then it will also be true. So I feel for some of you that this is kind of certain things that have happened, specifically for some of you, I'm getting specifically involving the justice system or authority figures in general. And it doesn't have to be a man or men. It could be any gender. It could be any institution, any situation that that has caused you to see things. Have to forced you to look at things in reality, if that makes sense. And I think this is a very long-term message. This is something you've probably been dealing with your whole entire life, is having a dream and then getting smacked with reality. But not just in business or love or pretty much in all areas of your life is what I would say here, Taurus. Very clear reading to me, if you haven't noticed. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Four of Pentacles. Comfort. Again, Uranus and Taurus, especially this year. We're getting closer to that midpoint. We're not quite there yet, but still. What I would say is that the Four of Pentacles is comfort. And so in a lot of ways, your thoughts, your feelings, and all these other things could be on comfort or creating more comfort in your life. It's kind of like one of those things. You could argue that happiness, 10 of Cups and the Four of Pentacles is longer term happiness, but it's kind of it's hard to describe, but happiness is like a state, right? And it's do we stay in happiness for forever? No. Are we always going to be happy? I would say no. Like, I don't think we should always be happy necessarily. I think that happiness is kind of like, number one, a choice. Number two, it's kind of like sometimes there have been times where I haven't been happy, but like looking back on those times, they were actually the happiest I have ever been. And I know that's like a mind effort, Taurus, but it's like, I think we should always be working for something. If we're just like constantly blissed out and, you know, all this other stuff, then, well, you know, we probably wouldn't work towards anything. We probably wouldn't, you know, want to create anything. So I don't necessarily think that like difficulties and challenges are a bad thing. But what I would say is on this Four of Pentacles, I do feel you are trying to create more happiness. I actually feel like this is a good goal for you to work towards, the Four of Pentacles. Normally, I would not say that because to me, Four of Pentacles is too much of a comfort zone. There's no growth. There's no expansion. But just intuitively, I am feeling that this is more of a thing. You know, there's more growth here. Next, in the area of your foundation, this is probably why I feel this way, is because of the Knight of Cups. Number one, Knight of Cups, this definitely could be love coming in for you. But he's standing in a desert here, Taurus, and he's got this water in front of him. You know, the card itself can represent love, and there's definitely love here. But as I always say, I do big picture readings, not necessarily just love readings. And to me, the big picture here is saying, like, yeah, this is why I'm not worried about the comfort here with the Four of Pentacles. Because the Knight of Cups here is saying that you're kind of looking to plant seeds. You know, he is kind of like a card of your imagination. It's like if we're in a comfort zone and we're just happy and blissed out and we're not doing anything, I mean, number one, is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. I just don't think it's our purpose for being here is what I'm trying to get at. But with the Knight of Cups, it's like telling me you have dreams. You have things that you want to accomplish. Right next to it, this whole entire top row, sorry, wrong camera. This whole entire top row, you have the star here as well. So this is kind of like telling me that you have these dreams, you have these hopes and desires. So it's like there is something that is motivating you, if that makes sense. Next, in the area of your past, you have the Seven of Wands. I just get this like always like I don't know if you've I have that stupid poster popping into my head. It's like a cat that's like dangling on a rope, and it like says hang in there or something like that is what the rope says, or it says like underneath the cat. I don't know if you've ever seen that poster. It's like a motivational poster, Taurus, but I kind of have that popping into my head with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands like defend your position at the top of a hill, but I do feel like it's kind of like saying in the past you've just been like the cat that's hanging from the rope, and that's really all I'm getting there with that card. Next, in the area of the near future, you have the Fool, definitely ready to take a leap of faith. I feel you are more feeling more inspired as well. You know, and this card here is the near future. The next card is the next few months. You have the Star, and then after that you have the Chariot, and then the Empress. It's like clearly there's a lot of momentum here. It's like when things go well, it's like things continue to get better. I always tell stories, you know, on this channel about people like, why do you think there are many stories of people who have like lost all their money? They've been very successful, but then they earn it back like very, very quickly. The reason is because they've already experienced the energy. And like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, it's almost like you're just like, the reading is asking you to step into this energy that already exists for you. It's like there's an empty space that is like the shape of your body is how I'm seeing it in my head. And if you just were to just pop right in there, you'd be popping into a new energy. And that's what this leap of faith is. It's like you are, and I think that there's a lot of imagery here as well that kind of makes sense for you, Taurus. He's holding that white rose behind him, and white roses in the tarot represent purity and kind of pure intentions. He's got that dog right here as well, which can represent companionship, but it's kind of like the dog is like saying, hey, there's an opportunity, let's go. You know, the dog is nipping at his heels. The dog is trying to get him moving forward. And so I almost feel, even though this is the area of the very near future, I kind of feel like this is where you're at right now. It's like you're on the edge, on the verge of accomplishing something great, or, you know, starting some sort of journey, and then boom, we have the Star over the next few months. It's like the universe is getting you more motivated with the Star. The Star is a card of hope, faith, and renewal. So a lot of you could be taking time to heal, rest, relax, recover. You could be doing all those things. But I kind of see this as you like literally seeing something. Like the Star, she is pouring water onto the land right here. And that water comes from the universal pool of consciousness right here. And so it's like you are seeing that something is possible for you. Could be to like start a business, could be to have your true happiness, to have a relationship, whatever. And I really feel that you're kind of seeing that something is possible, so it's motivating you to do it. Even in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Chariot. So I feel you're feeling very motivated, but I also feel kind of like you're drafting off of your other relationships. And this is not a bad thing. This is, coming from a co-creative space. It's like I think a lot of you could be surrounding yourself with more successful people, and that's just going to pull you forward, right? It's like you're getting ideas from them and all this other stuff. You're becoming more successful. They're becoming more successful. This is co-creation. And again, I keep telling everybody, it's like, by 2026, 2025, 2026, it's like we're entering into this time where it's like, I think there's going to be like a brick wall where it's like you're either co-creative or you're being left behind because competition is going out the window. Not really. I shouldn't say that because I still feel like there will be competition. It'll just be different, right? And we're kind of like moving away from this competitive energy. And again, that does not mean that it won't exist. It just means that, co-creation is going to be highlighted. There's going to be more opportunities working together with other people or making sure that you're benefiting other people in general. So I kind of feel that here with the Chariot, but mostly, I kind of get the whole drafting behind something. It's like, people in your life might be moving forward and that's going to be benefiting you as well. And there's nothing wrong with that, really. Next in your future feelings, you have the Empress. Damn, number one, your card. So feeling abundant, feeling like yourself. I kind of feel that you just are, there's something about energy here as well. Taurus, she has this waterfall right here. Sorry, I have this camera reversed. I keep going in the wrong direction, but she has this waterfall right here. And the waterfall is flowing into her. And it kind of says that she understands that she comes from, she comes from a pool, the pool of universal consciousness. She understands that she comes from this never-ending source, never-ending source energy. So for a lot of you, I feel like that's what you're feeling with this Empress energy. I also feel like there's like a lot of abundance coming in for you with the Empress energy as well. What's missing? Well, number one, your outcome is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, feeling stuck. I think that this is just a mindset type of thing here, Taurus. Sometimes, I don't know, I do this all the time, personally, right? It's like I think about an idea of like something that I want, and I feel like I'm going to be trapped there forever. It's like even with tarot, it's like before I started this channel, it's like, even when I was working on this channel, I started this channel in a day. Literally, my mom, who's a Taurus, told me to start reading cards, and I did literally that day. But even when I started the channel, I was like, am I going to be stuck doing this forever? Is this always who I'm going to be? Is just a tarot card reader, or is there more? And I'm saying this because that's what I'm getting off this card. Like, I feel there's something here about your identity, especially with that Empress card as well. There's no masculine energy here in this reading, and that I really feel that when we clarify it, which we're going to do in part 2, it'll be linked up down below. I think there's going to be maybe some more masculine type energy coming up in part 2 or something like that, because there needs to be balance. And, again, it's not about like masculine, feminine as in genders. I'm just referring to the energies here, Taurus. And, I feel like that bold, assertive part is what's missing, like I said at the beginning of the reading. So we're going to pull one more card, which is going to be an Oracle card from this deck. You know what? We're going to pull 2 because this card here keeps wanting to pop off as well. We'll start here. You have this Body and Soul card. I kind of feel like this is where you're focused is more on the spiritual side of things. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, Taurus. But I would also say that I feel like some of you could be needing to focus more on that kind of like putting things into action, right? I would say Star card, really good card for healing. So if you're doing anything healing-wise, really good for you, Taurus. And you also have this card here. I kept coming over here, just trying to grab this card, and this card kept coming off. So you have this card. It says help appears in various ways. There is much support for you. Sometimes you may get adrift. You forgot to look to the support systems that are with you continuously. So there's clearly a lot of support for you. And like I said, with the Chariot, it's almost like you're drafting, like, what is that? Where like people drive behind trucks because it pulls their car along, gets better gas mileage or whatever. I don't recommend it. That's how you die, right? People crash into the back of trucks. But what I would say is, I kind of get that feeling where it's like you're kind of being pulled along maybe by people in your life. And this is a motivational thing. It's not like you're riding their coattails. It's not like that type of success that I'm feeling here. But really damn good reading so far, Taurus. I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising. Also, make sure to watch part 2. I have that linked up down below. Also, it'll pop up somewhere up here. I never know what side it's on. So thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.